Seven Wonders is a 30-minute game for 2 to 7 players in which you are the leader of one of the 7 great cities of the ancient world. Gather resources, develop commercial routes, and affirm your military supremacy to earn victory points and win. Erect an architectural wonder in this pass-and-play game. The 7 wonders of the ancient world are each represented by a board. The game takes place over 3 ages, each with its own deck. In each age, players take a card and pass the rest along in order to secure points. At the end of the game, victory points are added from 7 different categories, and the player with the most points wins. In each age, each player is dealt 7 cards. There are 6 turns in an age, which players take simultaneously. On a turn, each player must choose a card, take an action with it, and pass their remaining hand to the next player. There are 3 actions you can take with your card. You can build the structure, build a stage of your wonder, or discard the card for coins. To build the structure on the card, place it in your play area. You must make sure you can pay the card's cost, located in the upper left corner. Be sure to group similar structures together so you can see its name and effect. Resources are placed near your wonders resource. You cannot build a structure with the same name as one you have already built. For example, you cannot have 2 dispensaries. The second action you could take with your card is to build a stage of your wonder. Place the card face down and hidden underneath the appropriate stage. Make sure to pay the cost of that stage of the wonder. The card played is not a structure, so you don't use its build cost or its effect. The front of the card doesn't matter at all. You must build your stages in order from left to right. It's not necessary for you to complete your wonder in a game. You can only complete each stage once. Stages can be built on any turn and during any age. The third action you could take with your card is to discard the card and earn 3 coins from the bank. The discarded card remains hidden face down in the center and forms a discard pile. You must take this action if you cannot perform either of the other 2. Once everyone has chosen a card, they take their action simultaneously. Then, pick up your next hand of cards from your neighbor and take another turn. The direction players pass cards depends on the age being played. Find this on the back of the card. Once you have only 2 cards to start your turn, play your turn as usual, except you must discard your final card instead of handing it to the next player. You do not earn coins for this discarded card. The age has now ended. At the end of every age, military conflicts must be resolved. Check your military strength, represented by your shields. In the first age, for each neighbor that has fewer shields than you, you earn 1 victory point. In the second age, you earn 3 victory points, and in the final age, you earn 5. For each neighbor that has more shields than you, take a -1 victory token. If you are tied with your neighbor, neither player takes tokens. Do this only with your 2 neighbors. To build a structure, you must pay the card's cost, located in the upper left-hand corner. If there is no cost, you can build it for free. If it costs money, you pay that amount to the bank. If a card costs resources, you must either be able to produce that many resources or buy them from your neighbors. You produce resources from your wonder, brown cards, gray cards, and some other cards. For example, this player can produce 2 stones, 1 clay, 1 ore, 1 papyrus, and 1 textile. They can build the barracks or the scriptorium, since their city produces those resources. They can't build the aqueduct, because they only produce 2 of the 3 stones required. In this case, they can purchase the missing resource from a neighbor. To purchase a neighbor's resource, pay the appropriate neighbor 2 coins. You can only buy resources produced by brown and gray cards and the initial resource produced by wonders. Even if a player buys a resource from you, you can still use it on the same turn for yourself. You may purchase any number of resources from either neighbor, as long as they have enough of those resources and you can afford it. Players cannot refuse to sell resources. You must have the appropriate coin at the start of your turn. Coins earned on your turn cannot be used to buy resources until the next turn. Cards played and coins earned don't take effect until the next turn. Starting in Age 2, some structures can be built for free if you already have a particular structure from a previous age. The lower right-hand corner of a card shows which card you can build for free in a future age. There are many key pictures on the pieces to simplify game rules. These pictures are described in the rulebook. Resource symbols alone produce one unit of that type of resource. A slash produces only one of the types of resources on that turn. A wreath indicates a number of victory points. The gear, compass, and tablet are the three scientific symbols. On this card, at the end of the game, you can pick which one of the three symbols you gain. A coin symbol is worth the amount of coins pictured. The coins are taken from the bank only once, when the card is played. A coin above resources with an arrow indicate that you can now purchase resources from a particular neighbor at a cost of 1 coin instead of 2. When you play a card with this symbol, you get 1 coin for each brown card you and your 2 neighbors have. This is the same, but you earn 2 coins for gray cards. These cards, when played, give you a victory point for each card your neighbors have of that color at the end of the game. The wonder symbol grants coins equal to the number of wonder stages completed at the time you play the card, and a number of victory points equal to the number of wonder stages completed at the end of the game. The following symbols only appear on specific wonder boards, and can be used once you complete that stage of the wonder. This symbol allows a player to construct a building from their hand for free once per age. This symbol allows a player to play the last card in their hand at the end of each age instead of discarding it. Follow normal rules for playing a card. This symbol allows a player to look at all discarded cards since the beginning of the game and play it for free as soon as this stage is built. This symbol allows a player to copy the effect of a purple-faced card of their choice built by one of their 2 neighbors at the end of the game. At the end of the 3rd age, the game is over. Each player totals their victory points in the following order. Military conflicts. This is the sum of the military tokens you received in each age. This could be anywhere from -6 to 18. Treasury contents. You earn 1 victory point for every 3 coins left over at the end of the game. Ignore the remainder. Wonders. Add the victory points earned from building the stages of your wonder. Civilian structures. Add the victory points listed on the blue civilian structures. Scientific structures. Add the victory points earned from the green scientific structures. There are 2 methods of earning points this way, which you add together. First, score 7 points for each group of 3 unique symbols in your structures. Next, score points for the multiples of each symbol that you have. Structures are worth the square of the number of symbols that you have. For example, 1 gear is worth 1 point, 2 gears are worth 2 points each, 3 gears are worth 3 points each, and so on. For example, here are 2 complete sets for a total of 14 points. There are 3 tablets totaling 9 points, 2 gears totaling 4 points, and 2 compasses totaling 4 points. In total, this player has earned 31 science points. Commercial structures. Some yellow commercial structures in Age 3 are worth victory points. Add these to your total. Guilds. Add up the points from your purple-faced cards. The player with the most points wins. If there is a tie, the player with the most coins wins. To begin a game of 7 wonders, either choose the wonder you'd like to use or randomly pass them out. Each wonder has a simpler side A and a more advanced side B. Choose with your group which sides you'd like to use, or randomly choose between the 2. Take the board that corresponds with your wonder and flip it to the appropriate side. For each of the 3 decks, return to the box all cards which are not used based on the number of players. In the Age 3 deck, remove the 10 guilds and randomly put a number of them back equal to the number of players plus 2. Each player begins with 3 coins. We're Games Explained, and that's how to play 7 Wonders.